So now the question is platform engineering replacing DevOps? Hi there, welcome to my channel. I'm Anto, and today we're going to discuss the differences between DevOps and platform engineering. There are many definitions online, but this video will be based mainly on my experiences as a software engineer working in the DevOps space for the past few years. If you also want to share your opinions, feel free to use the comment section down below. So let's start from DevOps. Why we ended up with DevOps? So DevOps is a set of practices that aim to bridge the gap between the development team and the operations team. These two teams historically have been treated as silos, where the development team was focusing on application engineering, so just defining the application and from the design to the implementation, and the operation team was taking care of the application in production. So how to run the application, how to monitor the application, how to scale the application. DevOps tried to change this by doing a shift in the culture of organizations, and that's why I see DevOps more as a mindset and more as a cultural shift than an actual role in a team. The goal for me has always been to focus on creating cross-functional teams that can take the application from design to production with minimal interaction with other teams in the organization. And this has also been popularized by the AWS mantra, you build it, you run it, where you see teams that are able to not only create the application and maintain their application code, but also run the application in production and make sure the application is up and running regardless of the demand. So now, if this works well, why we need platform engineering? So this generally works well, but there is a scalability problem. So when you start to have many teams all implementing solutions for productionizing your application, you start to solve the same problem multiple times. In addition, all these solutions need to be maintained, and this will quickly become a full-time job. So now, what's the goal of platform engineering? Platform engineering focuses on building the infrastructure and the systems that are needed for running your application and supporting your application throughout the software lifecycle. So the goal is support the developers in the organizations and treat them as customers. That's why we have in platform engineering the concept of IDP, Internal Developer Platform. So this platform is treated as an actual product, and the customer of the product are the developers. What is the role of the IDP is to create a thin layer on top of the tool chain that is used inside the organization to standardize the processes and help developers to have one way to deploy into production without overloading them with problems that are related to the tool chain and upgrades and many other things that can happen to your platform. So now the question is platform engineering replacing DevOps? I don't think so, simply because there is still a need for teams to understand how their application runs in production. So the DevOps culture is still strong and will still be in these teams. What we are doing with platform engineering is standardizing the process and removing as much waste as possible. So in the end, what we want is just build better software faster, and this is what continuous delivery always promised. So I think what we are doing now is just another iteration that will move us closer to the top performers that have been doing this for several years. So I think this is just another iteration in our industry. Let me know what you think, and see you in the next one. Bye!